This mom was just 3 months pregnant when she began looking for childcare for her son. Almost 2 years later, she's still waiting.
I would say it's a nightmare for me.
Her name placed on 7 waiting lists for different childcares in Chilliwack.
I have declined almost 4 job offers in last 3 months in the hope that I will find a daycare here, but I haven't found anything here. And I have to stay home. I have no choice.
This single mom can relate. Her maternity leave is nearing its end, and she's been waiting 7 months for a spot.
Overwhelmed and just crippling, It's not knowing what I'm going to be able to do. I don't have a choice. I need to go to work, and no one can guarantee me a spot at all, and all are telling me that they're not even looking to be empty until 2025. Yeah.
The waits, uncertainty, and frustration are a reality parents like them are facing across BC and Canada, especially as childcare becomes more affordable.
Programs like 10 a day and the Childcare Fee Reduction Initiative are among the ways BC and the federal government have been cutting hundreds of dollars for parents. But with that demand, it's getting harder to find a spot.
I describe it as the ongoing struggle, but at the same time, I'm incredibly optimistic because at least we've got the government commitment to do it.
But with increased funding comes a surge in demand.
For up until now, because parent fees have been so high, many families didn't even bother putting their names on waiting lists.
A new report by Statistics Canada shows in 2023, the average amount parents paid for their main full-time arrangement decreased to $544 per month from $649. But the number of parents who say it's been difficult to get childcare increased from 53% to 62%. Since this childcare began providing 10-a-day care in 2022, interest has soared to the point they've now had to close wait lists.
Very frustrating. We've had parents in tears calling, but we didn't want to give the parents false hope because there is zero chance of them getting in.
Here, some parents are waiting 3 years for a spot. She says about 200 families have inquired about 10-a-day care and have not gotten onto their programs. And she says while there has been progress, more government funding is needed to help childcare providers like her open up new spaces and hire more staff.
If daycares can't find the spaces and if daycares can't staff the spaces, all that money is not going to do any good.
The province says thousands of spaces are coming. One effort is the New Spaces Fund. Governments to schools can get funding to open childcares with reduced fees. It also says the province will fund about 15,000 new 10-a-day spaces by the spring of this year. That's an increase of about 2,200 spaces over last year. Overall, there have been more than 33,000 new licensed childcare spaces funded since 2018, and now more than 15,000 of these spaces are open. And it is working to better support early childhood educators, such as higher wages and help with education costs. Advocates acknowledge that there has been big strides, but say there's still a long way to go.
75% of children ages 0 to 12 still don't have access to a licensed childcare space. Childcare is now visible in a way that it has not been before for the general public. It isn't just for the lucky few.
And parents like Aurora are still keeping their fingers crossed for a spot, even after months and months of waiting. Benny Brach, CBC News, Vancouver.